Hello everyone and welcome to game number 1 in a series between Happy and just another orc. Happy spawning as the red undead over here on the top left hand side of a plunder isle 1.3, I think. It was a nomad isle. Alright, well, it is an isle of some sort. Meanwhile, just another orc gonna go ahead and confuse me by playing as Night Elf in this 1v1 matchup best of 3 series taken from the last MooCup. Once again, thanks for Moo. Oh, no, Moo didn't cast this particular game. Alright, but thanks again, once again, for Moo for sponsoring these cups and for keeping WarCraft 3 alive. Unfortunately, I do not have the time, nor energy, nor stream schedule to really be able to host any of these particular tournaments, nor do I have the necessary funding currently. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down as we are opening up with the Crypt, Altar of Darkness, and Ziggurat. It doesn't look like Happy is going to be going for any sort of Crypt Fiend play, at least not as of yet. It looks like he's going to be opening up with those early ghouls and trying to put down that pressure relatively quickly. Now, some people say keep this observer board open, and the observer board is actually rather large, so I like to open it and close it from time to time, as we are looking at a lone acolyte now making its way out across the map. Acolyte does move a little bit slower than a Wisp, but it does have more hit points. Wisp able to get away some of the times. As you can see, the Wisp does, or the Acolyte did get one shot off there, and now 3 sheep in the middle of the map. Acolytes obviously not liking sheep. If you do not believe me, just check out any Undead game and see if an Acolyte doesn't just try and take out a sheep in the first 10 or in the first 2 minutes. Alright, Acolyte going up against an Archer. Strangely even battle, as the Acolyte, even though it does do a little bit less damage and also attack a little bit more slowly, the armor types means that the Archer actually deals reduced damage, while the Acolyte in fact it does bonus damage. So per swipe, the Acolyte actually wins. It's just that the Archer is able to deal a little bit more damage and also has more hit points. Death Knight now wandering out and around, gonna get a shot off. There's the detonation. I would have thought he would just gone straight for the death coil, save some of that or get all of that experience immediately, since the Acolyte did deal 1 blow already. All right, Demon Hunter coming across. You can see triple Wisp attempting to repair this Ancient of War, as the Death Knight now comes across with that Unholy Aura. Gonna try and finish things off here. Doesn't have any experience as of yet. Could in fact go after these skeletal minions. There's the detonations, and is there going to be enough? All right, it looks as though Shadow Priest has been taken down. It's going to get backed off. There is a mana burn by Happy, as the Death Knight still trying to get another round of, oh wow, beautifully done there. That Wisp being used immediately for that detonation. Death Knight now pretty much out of mana after mana burns, as the Death Knight now being forced to retreat back home. Demon Hunter going to be coming back strong the other way. Just another orc opening up incredibly well in the opening segments of this battle, as the Death Knight still wandering around in circles trying to use those skeletal minions to his advantage. If at first you do not succeed, try again, and that's exactly what Happy was attempting to do, as the Death Knight now is going to go back on Blight. Meanwhile, far away from all of the action, ghouls are going to be attempting to clear it, and does get an early Wisp there. Death Knight now regenerated a little bit of hit points, and now being forced to back off again. The Demon Hunter most naturally expects that there is going to be some sort of creeping going on down across here. He's going to realize, hey, wait, no, nothing's really going on there at all, as the ghouls are now making their rounds out again. He can see perhaps them try to take down this Goblin Merchant shop here, as the Death Knight needs to get to level 2. Vile Temptress, we'll see if that is going to be used or cleared up as well. Skeletal Minions going to be making their way down. The Skeletal Minions actually deal a little bit more damage than those ghouls at this stage, as we now see them rushing this location. Vile Temptress, Vile Temptress going after some of those ghouls. Death Knight now still in position here, and so far beautifully played by Happy to try and recover after a bit of a sluggish start. Alright, we're going to see the Vile Temptress now get taken out. Level 2 on the Death Knight. This creep camp is going to be indicated as uncleared because of that hawk that is still floating in the air. That hawk is mainly used to make sure that Blade Masters are unable to win, walk, and purchase things very, very early on. They do not deal any damage. but can cause a bit of problems. All right, all the archers and perhaps all the units should get straight up underneath it. You saw what the archers are doing. The archers are purposely positioning themselves in a way, well, they tried to at least position themselves in a way where the hawk would not fly over the trees. It did in fact fly over the trees, but I do believe it still got taken out as the Death Knight now goes after the Vile Temptress creep camp down across here. Goblin Merchant Shop will get cleared up. Death Knight may pick up a very, very useful item once again. Strange that a level 6 creep only dropped sentry wards. That actually seems like a little bit of an underdropped item. Yeah, a level 6 creep dropping a wand of illusion. That is not altogether that useful, as the ghouls and acolytes are now just straight up trying to engage. This demon hunter is in position here trying to fight back, and you can see that the demon hunter staff of teleportation are now attempting to get away. Death Knight now still wandering around. That unholy aura really helping out keep up those hit points on those ghouls, while the Death Knight is still relatively low on mana. Sentry ward keeping track of things here. Meanwhile, you can see the Death Knight did get to level 3. Not quite sure what was placed down there in order to spot it, or perhaps taking down a wisp. Meanwhile, the Death Knight now wandering around the corner here. Let's see what's going to be happening. Panda now in play, and the Panda with Breath of Fire is going to really cause problems for all of these ghouls. Ghouls do not want to engage up against a Panda. It is a very hard, strict counter, as the Panda is still looking for where exactly that Death Knight could be. Meanwhile, the Death Knight has been playing a wonderful game of just running around the track, ring around the rosy, making it rather difficult for his opponent to figure out where exactly he is at any given time. Now, what's going to be happening here? Panda, archers, all across here. Are they going to try and split up? Panda's now going to see all of these units. Ghouls may try and engage right here. And are we going to see a death coil? Yes, but I did not believe he wanted it on that one particular unit. This low hit point ghoul will try and get away, going after the archers. Archers are shadow melding beautifully. He probably wishes he had that sentry ward now, as another breath of fire comes across. Beautifully done so far. 3 shadow melded archers, as just another orc doing a beautiful job trying to just keep up on top of all of these things. All right, Death Knight now trying to engage off over here. Lich could try and come back around, perhaps try and finish off some of these units. Death Knight is going to be relatively low. All of these archers are going to try and hide and run away. Meanwhile, you can see the ghouls trying to get away back across here. All of these low hit point archers, where are they going to be going next? You can see that the Death Knight is here. Unholy Aura. Are they going to be going after those archers? 3 very low hit point archers, but it looks as though a Forest Troll Berserker could get taken down instead. 1 or 2 more blows. There it goes. Panda unable to get the deny in, as the 3 archers, about 400 gold, able to escape back home. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter teleports back home just in time. Ring of Protection +2 definitely allowed that Demon Hunter to stay alive just a bit longer, as this is one of those situations where I'm not quite sure why you would just walk past a Tome of Agility. Doesn't really care for the attack damage or the armor on that Demon Hunter, as we're looking at the Death Knight now making his way up across here. Death Knight now picking up an Orb of Corruption. Lich is nearby, gonna go ahead and try and clear out all of these units, and we are still seeing Happy very much relying on a lot of these ghouls. We are also going into a boneyard, so gonna, strictly speaking, skip Crypt Fiends completely, and that is gonna be a very important thing to note, as we still see a lot of low hit point archers. Those archers are gonna be very much in trouble. Let's take a look at this. A little bit of damage there. Are we going to see a mana burn? Death Knight gets mana burn for 54. Meanwhile, that Demon Hunter continuing to take more and more damage as he is able to retreat back home. Obsidian statues now in the backfield. Are they going to be able to keep up? Lich still sitting at level 1 and really needs to get to level 2. Frost Armor or Dark Ritual, both would be extremely helpful, as we could see either a Dark Ranger as that 3rd hero or a Naga Sea Witch. Demon Hunter still has taken a fair bit of damage. The Obsidian statue is now being microed around, beautifully done by Happy, to make sure that just another orc is unable to get into the proper position. However, the big problem right now is that the Death Knight, Obsidian statue could get taken out down to death, as it does get taken out right there, not microing it against the creeps. And that is always going to be a very sad day. Giant Wolf now getting taken down. Orb of Corruption given to the Death Knight, so the Death Knight can't attack back that Black Drake. 0 armor, essentially, as the Death Knight and that Lich doing a little bit of damage there. Alright, one Obsidian statue was taken out. Death Coil to try to speed up that process. Tome of Intelligence +2 as Happy gets a little bit more mana. The Lich probably could have used that as well, as that would increase his damage and also increases total overall mana up to 375. Low hit point archers. Druids of the Claw, Rejuvenation right there. Still some low hit point archers. Meanwhile, it looks as though, yes, an illusion Death Knight still wandering around as an Obsidian statue is here trying to do a bit of healing. Alright, Destroyer doing a great job devouring magic, removing that frost armor, and now going after the remaining Renegade Wizard. Renegade Wizard does have medium armor, reduced damage from that Destroyer, but increased damage from pretty much everything else as the Lich picks up a Ring of Protection +2. Obsidian statue really needs to get that Essence of Blight down across all of those ghouls. Nothing worse than having no army than having a whole bunch of low hit point army going up against a panda. That Breath of Fire could switch things around. The Frostworm trying to come in and engage. There's a bit of slow there as the unit now looking to back off. Renegade Wizard, Dark Wizard, and Bronze Drake, the remaining units, and Happy is going to be strong moving into the late game. With very, very difficult creep camps under his belt, he should be able to get very strong items. Did he sell the Red Drake? It looks like he did in fact sell the Red Drake. A Dark Wizard going to get taken out as well. It is going to be a Potion of Divinity, Tome of Agility +2, now picked up by the Death Knight. But Potion of Divinity given to the Lich. That is a full 25 seconds of invulnerability. An extremely powerful consumable item, as the Lich would then be able to launch off multiple Frost Novas without having to worry about mana burn. Lich gonna be moving forward again. We need to see another Obsidian statue, though not enough mana, as we see the Naga Sea Witch rounding out the Undead trifecta. Meanwhile, Panda with Bears and Dryads. Are we increasing production on those Crypt Fiends? No, we are currently maxed out on supply. We are getting improved creature attack. I believe that is what, 1-0? No, 2-0 upgrades now, as we are still seeing an Obsidian statue just backing across here. Death Knight sitting at 4, Naga Sea Witch still sitting at 1. And who's going to clear out this creep camp here? That's going to be a big question. There is an Overlord, Maiden of Pain, and some Null Assassins. Chaos damage galore, siphon mana as the ghoul quickly backs off. Alright, Maiden of Pain, you have to be extremely careful. Overlord now taken down, no more Vampiric Aura. Going straight after that Maiden of Pain, and it gets taken out very, very quickly. Healing wards have been dropped. That could be potentially very, very useful as the Naga Sea Witch gets to level 2. I rarely get to see so many high-level creep camps cleared on this particular map now, as the Undead, Sentry Ward does spot this, as, yes, just another Orc knows exactly where his opponent is. Lich now sitting at level 4. Units are now looking to back off here. Demon Hunter does not want to try and engage at all, as the majority of the strong creep camps have been cleared out. Only some island creep camps are left, and you'd have to be absolutely insane to try and clear out those creep camps. Double granite golems with a rock golem, immune to magic, constant stuns and slows, with those thunderclaps as well. And the Destroyers and the Frostworms, who are normally very, very effective against heavy armor units, can only sit around and watch. Down across here, Spider Crab Behemoth is going to get cleared up. Let's take a look across here. Naga Sea Witch trying to get to level 3. Clearing out some of a green creep camp. Now there is this, I believe, the Goblin Laboratory. Yes, a 744 similar to a Turtle Rock expansion creep camp in the center. This will give the Naga Sea Witch level 3 and also a Potion of Greater Healing. Very, very strong consumable item as well, especially for the Naga Sea Witch, who cannot get healed by the Undead's Death Knight. Now, both sides seem to be not really engaging right now, and just another Orc sitting at 51 supply. He should probably just detonate a Wisp at this point. That would actually be much, much better for him. Even if he had only 4 Wisp in that gold mine, that would be only a 20% drop as opposed to a 30% drop while you are in low upkeep. Dryad still wandering around here off to the north. Demon Hunter now trying to figure out where his opponents are. It looks as though the Hippogriffs are looking to pick off the remaining Hawks and still give a little bit of experience to the remaining units. Panda is sitting at level 4. Demon Hunter sitting surprisingly only at 3, as the units are now looking to perhaps try and engage. Alright, a little bit of damage there. Destroyers could try and fight back here. A little bit of Frostworm, Demon Hunter, Mana Burn, and what item? Potion of Healing was left behind. Not quite sure who that was from, as the Panda almost gets taken out. Naga Sea Witch still has the Potion of Greater Healing, so I got to assume that that was, well, a different target there. A Hippogriff trying to get away. Is it going to be able to slip away? Yes, it will, as the units are now still all wandering back around. Alright, 1-1 upgrades on those Hippogriffs. The Crypt Fiends, do they have web? I'm not 100% sure, but they do have 3-0 upgrades, ensuring that they will be dealing tremendous damage alongside those Destroyers and that Frostworm. Destroyer and Frostworm, very high damage indeed. 22 to 30, 96 to 151. And I'm trying to figure out which one is, I believe this is the ground, this is the air attack. Or is that an attack against buildings? It's been quite some time since I've actually used Frostworms, as we see the Ancient of Wonders quickly going to get taken out. Alright, Demon Hunter Panda now making its way back over. We see another Frostworm slowly making the trek over. Dryads are actually going to be moving out of position there, as we are looking at some Moonwells getting destroyed. That is very important in taking out the Moonwell economy. Crypt Fiends are going to go ahead and try and engage, and you can see how quickly those Crypt Fiends take down units. Hippogriffs now quickly ensnared, as we are looking at more and more units showing up to the party. There's the second Frostworm coming in, and the lines are all blurred and gray, as one Hippogriff has found its target. It is going to get taken down, though, as the Naga Sea Witch still slithering around in the back. Potion of Divinity now trying to fight again. These units need to be engaging, and they seem to be doing that extremely well. Crypt Fiend now saved, and this is just a strange arch, as the Dryads trying to go down and finish off the remaining units. Death Knight, Death Coil is right there. Are we going to see the Hippogriffs now turn back around, and the Hippogriffs are unable to quickly engage? Meanwhile, Crypt Fiends going after the Dryads, and the Dryads going after the Crypt Fiends. Not quite sure. That's a strange engagement there. Potion of Divinity, Death Knight now trying to perhaps try to keep the rest of his units alive, as the Dryads are still there, doing a lot of damage to these remaining units. Alright, Obsidian Statues, not enough Crypt Fiends. An army of magic up against an army of anti-magic, and that is just a bad day right there. Dust of Appearance, Crypt Fiend is currently revealed. Death Knight now still fighting around here. Bear, just take down that bear and get an easy kill. There you go. Bear and Panda both taken out, and all of a sudden the Dryads are in a little bit of a worse for wear situation. Still engaging. Are we going to see a Hippogriff taken out? Dryads are now trying to get back away. Naga Sea Witch is gonna, stay at level 3, almost gets to level 4. Abomination, very low on hit points, as we see an expansion down over here by just another Orc. If he can hold out long enough, he will be able to come back. 46 over 70 compared to, compared to 73 over 80. This does not look good at all. Overstatement of the obvious. Happy most likely going to win this game. Not enough of an army to really defend against this. Especially as Crypt Fiends are now coming in to reinforce. I believe that is another Crypt Fiend. Yes, another Crypt Fiend, just what the doctor ordered in order to deal with this anti-magic army. Abomination was healed back up. Death Knight now sitting at level 5. Both sides still fighting away, as the Ancient of Wind will get destroyed. A third Crypt Fiend now able to take on the 4 Dryads that are remaining. Abomination still alive right here. Panda is gone. Slow resurrection on a high level Panda, as the Death Knight now looks to get away. The Frostworm is nowhere to be found. It must have been taken out earlier. Death Knight now still engaging here. Death Knight can just pop that Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Wait, what? Oh, transfer the Potion of Healing. Nicely done. So transfer the Potion of Healing, and then Frost Nova bursts down the Demon Hunter, as we see the GG. Happy taking game number 1 in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.